You may be wondering what the process looks like to sell your house to Wyohouses. It's actually a common question we get. I want to walk you through the Wyohouses transaction process. So the first point is the contact. That's the way you reach out to us, whether it be radio, Facebook, postcard. You contact us, but after that we're going to set up a call with you and we're going to make contact. We're going to talk about the property. At that point we're going to sort of progress into the property evaluation. We're going to get a feel and understand your house. We're also going to get an understanding of your current situation. Once we understand all of that, we're going to progress to the offer acceptance. At this point we can talk about closing dates. We can talk about an offer that makes sense for you, because ultimately we want to make this make sense for you, but to get there we've got to understand your situation. That way we can find a creative win-win solution. A common misconception when somebody fills out our form or type in their property information on our website is that they're going to get a call and a quick cash offer. Well, it's actually a little bit more thorough than that, and the reason we do that is because we have a much more systematic process that ultimately gets something that works good for you. So the way it works is we're going to give you a call, we're going to talk about the property, but most importantly we're going to start to get to know you. And from that call we're going to set up an appointment to meet at the house. And then when we go to meet you at the house, we can start to walk the property, but again, most importantly, we're going to get to know you. We're going to understand your situation. We're going to understand what is actually an offer that will work for you. When's a closing date that'll work for you? Like, what is your unique situation and how can we solve your problem? For a lot of the people we work with, this may be the first property they've sold. They're probably wondering what happens after the offer is accepted. Well, let me walk you through a little bit of the next process, which is the process of closing. So to kick off the process of closing is when the title work starts. So this is where we choose a title company. The title company is ultimately the third party that's going to help both the buyer and the seller and make sure this entire process goes efficiently and smoothly. The next step is due diligence. So due diligence is when we actually execute the contract. For example, within the contract, you may have a loan on your current property. Well, what's going to happen here is they're actually going to make sure you're going to fill out a form, send it to the title company, and they're going to make sure your loan is paid off. So ultimately we can get down to funding. So funding is the last step. When it comes to funding, the title company is going to reach out to you. They're going to schedule a time for you to come in and sign all your closing documents. And once all documents are signed, the title company will send you the money and the transaction will be complete. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the process of closing so you can know what to expect. First off, we're going to choose a title company and we're going to introduce you to the title company. And who's going to do this? It's actually going to be our dedicated transaction coordinator. This person, who's going to be from our team, is going to be your dedicated point of contact if you have any questions along the way. So that first step is we're actually going to send the earnest money per the contract to the title company. The title company will hold this earnest money, and that will actually get the account created, and so we can start moving toward closing. The next step is if you have any loans on the property, the title company is going to reach out and you're going to fill out what they call a loan authorization request. So this is what allows the title company to reach out to your current lender and be able to get the payoff. They call the payoff is what you currently owe, because in order to close the property, we're going to have to pay off any existing loans. But you don't have to worry about doing that. The title company is going to take care of all that for you. Finally, we'll start to move toward closing. So at this point, the title company is going to reach out and set a closing date. So if you live locally and there's a title office, you can actually go into the office and sign your documents. But the other cool thing is if you live where there's not a title company by you, or maybe not the same title company, they do what is called a mail out. So this is really cool. They actually just email you the documents. You can print them out. You can go schedule a notary, go find one in town, just go to a UPS store anywhere and find a notary, and you go down and you sign your closing documents. They'll also send you an overnight FedEx or UPS slip. And with that slip, it's really easy. You just basically go sign all your documents in front of a notary, and then you drop it in the FedEx or drop it off at UPS. They send it to the title company, and then that next day, the title company gets your closing documents, they get our closing documents, and they get all the funds, and then they send the funds to you. And that is how we complete the transaction and you get your money.